Hello and welcome everyone. I'm back with another video and we're still continuing IELTS part 3 and the topic for this video is advice. We've already seen this topic briefly in part 2, but now let's try to explore more difficult questions related to the topic. Alright, let's see the first question. The first question is, what is the most valuable piece of advice you've ever received? We've discussed it briefly already, so I'm just going to read the sample answer here. The most valuable piece of advice I've ever received is to cultivate resilience and embrace failure as an essential component of the journey towards success. This advice underscores the importance of viewing setbacks not as insurmountable obstacles, but as valuable learning opportunities that can propel personal and professional growth. By reframing failure as a natural part of the learning process, I've learned to approach challenges with a positive mindset, perseverance, and a willingness to adapt and evolve. Now, you can see that this answer is a lot more detailed and elaborate compared to how we answered in part 2. So you have to include more sentences in part 3 so that it sounds more authentic and real. At the same time, part 3 is more like a conversation, like a discussion between the examiner and you. So if they ask you some follow-up questions, you should be ready for that as well. Okay, so that is why it is very important to thoroughly practice these questions and the topics I'm giving you so that you don't feel stuck when they actually ask you the questions. All right, so question number 2. How has this advice influenced your approach to challenges in life? We've done this also, so I'm just going to quickly go through the sample answer. This advice has profoundly influenced my approach to challenges by instilling in me a growth mindset and resilience in the face of adversity. Rather than fearing failure or setbacks, I now see them as opportunities for introspection, learning, and growth. This mindset shift has empowered me to persevere through difficult times, bounce back from setbacks stronger than before, and maintain a sense of optimism and determination in pursuing my goals. Embracing failure as a natural part of the journey has allowed me to navigate challenges with confidence and resilience, ultimately leading to personal and professional development. What I want you to do is I just want you to compare these two answers with part 2. So please revisit that topic that we covered there and see how this answer is more elaborate and detailed. Okay. It is when you see the difference, you will be able to understand what all points you need to add, what all points you need to remove. Okay. It's always a good idea to improve, your answers depending on, of course, how you practice and based on the sample answers that I'm providing, and make sure to make it more realistic by providing some examples. Okay, now let's see question 3. Do you believe mentorship is important for personal and professional growth? Now that's a little new question here. So first we will see the sample answer and then I will try to give you some more answers. Sample answer is absolutely. Mentorship is indispensable for personal and professional growth as it provides invaluable guidance, support, and wisdom from experienced individuals who have navigated similar paths. A mentor serves as a trusted advisor, offering insights, perspective, and advice tailored to one's individual goals and aspirations. By leveraging the knowledge and expertise of a mentor, individuals can accelerate their learning, expand their network, and navigate complex challenges with confidence and clarity. So if you want some more points, you can say definitely mentorship is quite crucial in one's development because then it gives you a path, because it's not always about having the talent, having the energy. It's also about channelizing it in a particular direction that the mentor is, helping you with. Also, I think mentorship is important because they teach you life lessons from their own experiences so that you don't waste your time committing the same mistakes and then getting lost and losing all your energy, because I think every person has a certain limit when it comes to the energy that they have. So instead of just exhausting yourself in a wrong direction, it's always a good idea to have a mentor to guide you and to help you on a path where it can lead to personal and professional growth. So a lot of people who has problems and who are struggling to find the path, they should definitely find a mentor to help them out. Okay, question number 4. Can you share an example of how mentorship has benefited you personally or professionally? Now, it's all about your personal experience, but I will still give you some ideas. So, sample answer is certainly. Mentorship has played a pivotal role in my personal and professional growth journey. Through the guidance and support of a mentor, I've gained invaluable insights, advice, and networking opportunities that have accelerated my development and helped me navigate complex challenges with confidence. My mentor has provided me with constructive feedback, encouragement, and wisdom derived from their own experiences, enabling me to make informed decisions, seize opportunities for growth, and cultivate a successful and fulfilling career path. Now, let me give you some more examples of how you can give the answer. So, I can take one example from my personal life and I can say, this one time I had a very nice sports teacher, and she was very athletic and she had already represented at state level and so on. So she was very good at basketball, and I remember, so the way she helped me was not in the area of sport but in my studies, in fact. So I remember I had some exams which I was preparing for, and I was just fed up of reading and studying and everything. So one day I was in the court trying to practice basketball, and she just came up to me and she could see that I was not my usual self and I was not performing to the best of my ability. And then she said, she obviously asked me if I was okay. And I told her about the exam and the stress and everything. And she taught me something very valuable that day. She said, I've seen you play, and you hit sometimes, you miss sometimes, but you don't stop playing, do you? And that really, I know it sounds like something very basic and simple, but sometimes you just want somebody to tell you those things. And after she said that to me, that day I went back home and I sat down and I studied, and I continued doing it until this day. Whenever I feel lost or I feel tired, I try to go back to that moment and recall what she said, and I try to follow that even today. So you can see how mentorship can be great for your personal and professional development, because a lot of these advices can have, its application both in your personal and professional life, depending on how you want to implement it. So mentors definitely can change your life, and you should always seek advice if you want one, and try and look for the mentor you fully trust and you can rely on, and this will definitely change your life for something better. Okay, now let's see question 5. What advice would you give to someone starting their career? Sample answer. My advice to someone starting their career would be to cultivate a growth mindset, embrace lifelong learning, and prioritizing building meaningful relationships and networks. It's essential to approach every opportunity as a chance to learn, grow, and develop new skills. Additionally, seeking out mentors and fostering supportive relationships with colleagues can provide invaluable guidance, support, and opportunities for professional advancement. You can also say, if you have the experience, excuse me, then you can give some advice from your personal experience. So for example, I'm already working, so I can also say that for anybody who's looking to start their career, they should focus more on learning in the initial years, and then later on, because money follows. Money definitely follows. If you're good at what you do, money will always follow. So you don't have to worry about that part. The part that you need to really focus on, especially in the initial years, is the ability to make your craft better, to learn better, so that you are a confident individual and you do not feel insecure about your position in your job, and you're not dependent on anybody to give you employment. Because when you're really good at something, you will find a way to make a living, you know? So, this is what a lot of people don't realize early on, and they realize it much later, that money is important, but more than that, it is the skill and the love for your job that will definitely surpass your love for money any day after a certain point. So, focus on that, and you will be golden. Okay, question number 6. How has following this advice helped you in your own career journey? Okay. Sample answer is following this advice has been instrumental in my own career journey by enabling me to continually expand my skills, seize opportunities for advancement, and build a supportive and network of mentors and colleagues. By embracing a growth mindset and actively seeking out opportunities for learning and development, I've been able to navigate various career challenges with confidence and resilience. Additionally, prioritizing relationship building and networking has provided me with valuable support, advice, and opportunities for collaboration and growth throughout my career. So, the part that I suggested as a sample answer for question 5, I will continue and I will build on that for question number 6, which is to focus on skill set rather than money. So, I can say that this advice has definitely helped me because I'm a teacher, but I'm a freelancer. So I'm not necessarily working for anybody, and which is why I don't have to entirely depend on anybody. I always worked on my knowledge so that when I start teaching and when I have a career of my own, I can feel much more secure. And today you can see I'm making a course. So you can see that I've definitely used that advice, you know. Because with this knowledge, I can create a course and I can reach out to more people. Definitely, it's good for me and my career in terms of growth and opportunity. But at the same time, I think it just makes me more secure as an individual. And I've taken this advice that I just gave you a minute ago, that you have to work on your skill in your art and the money follows. Not that I'm extremely rich at the moment, but I'm quite hopeful that if I continue doing that, I'm going to reach places and I will definitely be much more satisfied with myself. So, yeah, it has definitely helped me. Okay, now let's see the next one. What advice would you give to someone seeking personal development? Nice. Sample answer. I would advise someone seeking personal development to prioritize self awareness, set meaningful goals, and embrace a growth mindset. Self reflection and introspection are essential for understanding one's strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. Setting actionable goals aligned with one's values and aspirations can provide direction and motivation for personal development. Additionally, embracing a growth mindset and viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth can foster resilience, adaptability, and continuous improvement. It's a wonderful answer. I don't think I have any extra points to add to it because I think this answer is really wholesome on its own. So you can just go with this answer. Question number 8. Can you share personal experience where following this advice has led to positive changes in your life? I think it's just pretty much an extension of question number 7, so I'll read the answer. Certainly, following this advice has led to numerous positive changes in my life. By prioritizing self awareness and setting meaningful goals, I've been able to clarify my priorities, identify areas for improvement, and take proactive steps towards personal growth and fulfillment. Embracing a growth mindset has allowed me to approach challenges with resilience, optimism, turning setbacks into opportunities for learning and development. As a result, I've experienced increased confidence, fulfillment, and satisfaction in both my personal and professional life. So, overall, you can say yes, if somebody is looking for personal development, they should definitely analyze themselves in the areas that they need to work on because the real strength lies in knowing the weakness and then using the weakness as your advantage. It sounds very philosophical, but it definitely helps. Also, look for people who are better than you, try to learn from them. Do not be shy when it comes to seeking advice and asking for help. Be humble with what you know, and so that you can keep learning. Never stop learning if you're looking for personal development, and This advice has generally really helped me, because whenever I feel stuck, I always look for help. I ask people who are better than me, who've done this longer than I have, and I try to learn from them, because there is no shame in asking for help. A lot of people who think very highly of themselves, which is a great way of looking at yourself, but you don't have to get delusional about it, because everybody need somebody to tell them something, okay? Which is to say that there's always room for improvement. Nobody's perfect, nobody knows it all. So if you think that there is a weakness, try to fix it instead of trying to be arrogant about it and trying to get aggressive for no reason. So this is the advice I've always followed for my personal growth, and it has shown me real progress in terms of how I should approach things and how I should look at things, so that I can keep growing and keep progressing. All right, now let's see question number 9. Why do you think lifelong learning is important? I mean, there's so many reasons for it, but let's see the sample answer. Lifelong learning is essential for personal and professional growth, adaptability, and fulfillment in an ever changing world. It enables individuals to stay relevant, expand their knowledge and skills, and pursue new opportunities for innovation and advancement throughout their lives. Lifelong learning fosters curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking, empowering individuals to navigate complexity, embrace change, and thrive in dynamic environments. Beautiful answer. You can also say that a life is not, in life you have to keep learning whether you like it or not. I think more than an option, I think it's a necessity. There is no choice. One way or the other, you will keep learning things, maybe not via formal source, but there's going to be a lot of the ways where you will learn one thing or the other. So for example, let me give you a very simple example of cooking. It took me a long time to understand how to cook, or how to make curry. I would always, mess it up by maybe putting more salt, or putting wrong ingredients at the wrong time. But then eventually, as I started doing it over and over, I understood the sequence in which I have to put things, the time it takes for everything to, cook, so that, which is why you need to put them in a certain order and all of that. So it's not like I was reading any books for it. It's just through my own experience and doing it, I understood how to make it better. So I think lifelong learning is essential, but at the same time, it is something that's just part and parcel of life. You can't do without it. You will learn things, it is inevitable. It just goes hand in hand. So saying that I don't want to learn, or that I'm tired, is actually your words, but in reality, that does not mean that you're not learning anything, because it cannot be possible. You will learn, because that is what life is all about. Question number 10. How do you incorporate lifelong learning into your daily life? Sample answer. I incorporate lifelong learning into my daily life by seeking out opportunities for growth and development in various forms. This includes reading books, articles, and online resources on topics of interest, attending workshops, seminars, and webinars, and engaging in continuous learning through online courses and certifications. Additionally, I prioritize experimental learning by seeking out new experiences, challenges, and opportunities for personal and professional growth. By cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness to learning, I'm able to adapt, grow, and thrive in an ever-changing world. So you can see that some of these answers are also interconnected. Like, you can't have an answer that is completely different. Like for instance, the last one, it's like a culmination of all these answers that we just saw a while ago. So you see, the topics are very, like, they're trying to dig deeper into the topic, and they're trying to ask you different questions signifying the different nuances of the topic. So it needs a good understanding of the topic. Otherwise, you will feel stuck. You will keep repeating the same thing, which does not sound good, and it's not going to fetch you the score that you're looking for. So that is why you need to practice this section, part 3, specifically very nicely, so that you don't find yourself repeating yourself over and over. Alright, so that's it in this video. Keep practicing, and I will see you in our next video. Till that time, keep learning and take care. Bye-bye.